Hello and welcome back to our podcast, Max Damage. I am your DM, Erica Blankenship. Joining with me today is Alexander Blankenship,
Zach Stryker, the street brawling monk from another world.
Brittany Blankenship.
I play Roxanne Rosary, the humble farm girl on a quest to find the family she never knew.
Jonathan Cato.
And I am playing Orpheus Felden, an now orphaned and mourning human artificer who crossed the ocean between kingdoms and is searching for his destiny.
Tyler Swan.
I'll be playing Lady Atria Truesong. She seeks answers for what really happened to her father and mother.
And Samantha Etier.
I am playing our changeling healer who constantly changes names and gender.
Last time,
On Max Damage.
you all arrived in Astille after you had a run-in with an old man who had a broken tire, and you found out one of your party members is a changeling. You finally get to Astille, and you find out they have a goblin problem in their mines, and they're shorthand. You talk to the king, who knows Atria. You guys decide to help them out. You go to the inn and the smith to get ready. You meet a elf named Koval, who is secretary to the king and tells you all about the mines as well, as much as they have information on. And you started walking and you're at the mines. The entrance of the mines is an enormous entrance with stone columns, fire in brass bowls on top. So you start walking through the entrance to the mines. You see the walls are smooth and have torches on them lighting your path. You see an opening up ahead. When you walk through the archway at the end of the tunnel, you see a large cavern. You see stalactite hanging from the ceiling, and most of the stalagmite on the ground has been leveled for all the carts and tracks that are around. The walls are no longer smooth, and there's some wooden scaffolding around the walls. There's a larger one in the middle as well. There's some mining carts to the left that's overflowing with dirt and rocks. There's a few tracks, and the main tracks, there's two. One is straight ahead leading into one tunnel, and there's one on the right leading to a different tunnel on the right.
Which one's bigger?
They're both the same.
Oh. And I guess, tracks for minecarts going down both sides?
Yes.
So, do we flip a coin?
I'm going to use survival to see if I can find goblin signs. See if I can figure out which one is the right call based on facts and or leavings.
That's
Wow.
no.
So, should I make a survival check?
Oh, better the one be used then.
I'm doing
21.
it. Okay,
Ah.
so with Roxanne's 21 to survival, or of survival, however you want to say survival, Roxanne's 21, you notice that there's some footprints around this cavern. There's broken arrows scattered around, and there's a sword in the ground close to the tunnel on the right. But when you get closer to both tunnels, you notice that there's footprints leading both ways.
So there's a sword by the tunnel on the right?
Yeah. It's like a dingy, nicked sword. So it's not going to be useful for much.
I just wanted to ask it, John, did you have the magic detection stuff?
I do. In fact,
don't-
actually,
I don't trust old things.
if we had a long rest before we enter here,
We did.
I would have been level 2 during that long rest. I think.
After the long rest.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to remind you guys, you have maps of these tunnels, and you guys seem to not remember this.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I have maps of the tunnel. We don't know where in those maps the goblins currently are.
They gave us a general area, didn't they?
They said that the goblins just keep moving.
Yeah. We
Okay.
can't rely on the maps we have to determine where in the tunnels the goblins currently are. That's what the tracking was for.
Yeah. However, they did say
So-
they did think that they was headed towards the main cavern in the very back, the biggest cavern in the very back.
Okay, so let's look at the maps and see which one leads to that.
Also, remember
Yeah.
there is some avalanches and explosions have cut off some paths. So if you go down specific paths, you may end at a dead end.
Okay.
Did the maps indicate any of that?
Yeah,
or
they
did
Yes,
marked.
not?
they did.
Oh, okay.
At least the ones they know of.
As
So-
players, we are dumb.
Okay. Well,
As player and character a little bit, I am dumb.
So Orpheus, since you have the maps,
yeah.
Yep.
Checking that. Is that a check?
I don't
I
think
think
so.
we're just looking them up.
Yeah,
pull it out and look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I have all the papers. I'm
I roll geography.
Yeah.
Well,
honestly, even if it's investigation, that's better than my survival.
DM,
well,
what's on the maps?
So on the map, you guys can tell that the tunnel that was straight ahead led to a few other tunnels, but it seemed like most of them was cut off through avalanches.
So right tunnel it is.
Yeah.
The right tunnel,
That
see,
would-
most of their options through the right tunnel were going to be better options.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my gut feeling to begin with, that the right tunnel was the one we should go through.
And are you meaning avalanches or are you meaning cave-ins?
I
Yeah.
mean, cave-ins.
Cave avalanches.
Okay, I was a little bit
Cave-alanches.
confused.
Okay. I was also confused.
So going down the right path, marching order, me up front.
I'll
I'm
be,
gonna be in the middle.
normally I'd say I'd be next to you, but I don't have dark vision, so I'm gonna be in the back so they can't, like, if they ambush in the back, another tanky person's behind.
I'm in front of or beside Samantha.
there you go.
We have made protection cube to protect Squishy.
Because I think I'm the only one with dark vision, except maybe Brittany.
Well,
Yeah, I do. I have low light vision.
there was torches in the other cavern. Did no one want to grab a torch?
Oh, I guess
I
I'll
thought
grab a
John
torch.
had glowy things, so
Yeah, I can make things glow.
I
Oh,
guess
right.
that's true too.
But do we also want to be kind of dark so we're surprising them?
They're used to
Well-
the dark. I don't think you're gonna be surprised by you at all.
Well, no, the light would give us away, make them drawn towards us. Well, if we stay in the dark, we have a chance of them not noticing.
okay, but can we see?
I can.
I can't though.
I can't.
I can't. I don't have dark vision either.
Orpheus, like, how quick can you light those things?
It's either an action or a bonus action. Essentially nothing when we're not in combat.
Okay, because, I mean, if you have those ready to, like, light and toss, then we can at least get the battlefield lit up when we see them.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
what I usually do is I fix a thing to the underside of my crossbow and make it light up like a flashlight. What I can do is those who don't have dark vision, I can hand y'all a python. And
I
make,
have a solution.
what?
Do we have cloth?
I
Yes.
assume so.
Each of you give me a small object, and then while you're not using it, cover it in a cloth. I'll cast light cantrip on it, which will last an hour, and the cloth will make it to where it won't be seen until you're ready for it to be seen.
Oh.
All right.
That'll work, actually.
Okay.
And I don't have to use my feature then.
Because mine will last for an hour. And when it goes out, let me know. I can redo it again.
Zach probably just have you do it to the end of his chain, and that part will be the part that his fist is gripping.
It'd be the entire chain that will glow.
Well, that'd be it. Well, I mean,
No.
Wouldn't it be not?
you
Can you
cannot
not
do
target
that.
one chain link?
Yeah.
Touch one object that is no larger than 10 feet. So yeah, I might be able to get away with the chain link.
Yeah, we'll say that he touches your chain link.
Okay.
The top
I
one.
can also make it different colors.
I strap a python to the underside of my crossbow and wrap it up so that only the sort of head of the nail is facing, so it's like a flashlight. It's uncovered.
But
Okay.
then we'll still show light.
Yeah, but
he can just have his hand over it while we walk until we need it.
I have a
Yeah.
crystal in my robe. I'm just gonna have you do it to my crystal.
Okay. So you're going down the right tunnel with your magical lights. Does anyone want to make any checks as you enter the tunnel?
I guess
Perception?
I'll make a perception check.
I'll rely on my passive because my instincts have never failed me.
You're
Yeah.
not paying attention. That's what I'm hearing.
It's worked for him so far.
That's fair.
My passive's only 13, so I figure I'll make some checks, shine some light.
He's grown accustomed to trusting his instincts.
Oh, my passive perception's 15
I'm
too.
rolling good. 20.
Me too.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know
So
anything.
Sam's character got 11.
I got 14. This-
And Orpheus got 14.
Mine's a static
Okay.
18.
Yours is hard to get around then.
He's learned to rely on his instinct.
Then, you guys. Well, what about Atria? She's in front. So would you notice anything in front of Atria, or would you notice too late because they're in front of you?
Well, I imagine we're walking pretty close together, but that's a DM's call kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany just rolled.
Brittany also got an
as well.
18 though, and she's
Yeah.
in front of me.
Okay, then I'm gonna say, Roxanne notices as you guys get closer that she sees the glint of like a thread or a wire that a tree is about to step on.
How close? Like, how close is Atria to it? Like, about to?
Yeah, like she's about to step on it.
Just pull her
Okay.
back.
So, well, I think I'm like a step behind her. So, Atria, stop. Just like, how can I say it? If
Just
I
pull her back. You can just grab her.
You can grab the armor and stop my forward momentum.
am I close enough to do that though? I didn't know how
Yes,
close.
you
Yes,
are.
we are in a very
Okay,
tight
cool.
formation.
Then I will grab Atria's armor and stop her, and I will point at the thread.
Okay, now I'm going to step over it.
Can I sort of use the light to follow the tripwire and see where it goes?
It goes to the sword.
I knew we shouldn't trust that sword.
The one on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then.
Oh.
Yep. Stepping over that.
Yep.
Do we have any way to disarm it?
I mean, I could try.
Do we need to?
Yeah, it might actually work in our favor if we have
Yeah,
to fight
if-
goblins around it and fool them into tripping their own trap. They're not bright.
I mean, yeah,
Some
they're attaching
disarm
tripwires and
before
rusty
we-
swords.
As long as it's disarmed before we leave the mine, that's how no dwarf sets it off.
Yeah, you might. That's a good point. So we'll disarm the trap on our way out.
Yep.
All right. For now, we avoid it.
You guys, you keep walking through the tunnel, and it's a really long tunnel, and the walls are no longer smooth, and there's definitely no torches anymore, so you only have your little lights if you ever get them out. You hear scurries through the tunnel, but you can't tell where they are because of echoes. You probably know they're not behind you because you just
Yeah, we
came
just
that
came
way.
from
Unless they are surrounding you. But
Uncovering my light, shining it, making another perception check, I guess.
How about the people who have dark vision also do a perception check?
That's what I've already did. I was waiting for a way to cut in there.
Oh, he got 20.
You didn't-
I was wondering
Roll-
what your roll was for.
so what did you
So
roll
nat 20 on perception.
on
Nat
perception?
20.
So oh well then.
Roll the 1.
Well, I'm glad that these are the things I'm wasting them on.
Should I even bother rolling perception?
No, not really. Because Atria, with her roll of 20, she hears it more and she notices the glint of an arrow coming at her face.
Nope.
What does that mean?
I'm guessing since she noticed that she can dodge it.
Yes, but I was like, what does nope mean?
She says no to the arrow and it stops and goes, "Oh man," and leaves.
Exactly.
Are we rolling initiative now?
Yeah.
Yay,
All right.
initiatives.
But Atria, what did you do when the arrow was coming at you? You didn't say what you did.
I'm probably going to avoid it.
Okay. Does he need to roll for something?
It depends. You can say that his perception check
Okay,
was
yeah.
him avoiding it.
So, with your perception check of 20 and you noticed the arrow, you get out of the way. However, there is people behind him, and it's a
Oh,
straight.
crap.
Oh no, who's directly behind him?
Oh no.
Where'd you move us? I think there's 2 people directly behind him. That
If it's according to what our chart is, it's going to be Sam.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm beside Sam.
so Dex save unless the thing rolled to hit.
Yeah, I guess just do a dex save.
Oh
Okay.
no.
I guess you could say.
So
if you
yeah,
want.
so the arrow comes at Atria. Atria moves out of the way, but Sam's character was right behind her.
Does she get advantage since she saw somebody else duck?
Yes.
Okay, roll again. See what's
Okay.
higher. 13's not awful at this level.
Yeah.
So it's the 13.
With 13, you like move your head out of the way, and it like grazes your clothes, but you're fine.
And I'm right behind that. Do I gotta roll too?
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on.
You're more likely to
So it's
pass.
just all of us
I
ducking.
definitely do. What's my dex save though? Okay.
Probably better.
Oh yeah, no, it's good. 21.
You're
21.
I literally just batted away with my chain.
You're all good. So you all missed
swings
the
chair
arrow.
midair and snaps the arrow in half.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a level, you'll be able to actually
Catch
catch
it.
it and
Yep.
throw it.
So Xander, if it's 3 goblins, should they have 1 turn or 3 turns?
If it's just 3 goblins, I'd probably say give them individual turns.
They're a hive mind.
Even though we're gonna have a lot more battling to do.
Up to you. If you think you want to speed it up, just give them 1.
Yeah, I guess I'll just do it. So there's 3 goblins that come into your view right in front of Atria. And let's see. I'm going to just go ahead and give them 1 initiative so we don't have to worry about them too much because you're going to be battling a lot.
Yeah.
They're in a triangle formation.
And
Oh.
That's
Oh,
not good.
yeah.
So
Oh,
they got
no.
21.
John, you really did jinx us.
They go
No, I
first.
didn't. We still got decent initiatives. They just got a tremendously good initiative. That ain't my
Jesus.
fault.
So they go first.
Wait, but Xander's character also got a 21.
No, that was his dex save.
That was my dex save.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's going to be Goblin 1 is on the left, Goblin 2 is straight ahead, and Goblin 3 is on the right. First, the first goblin on the left is going to attack you with a short bow.
Attack who?
You, because you're in front, so they're going after you.
You just said you, so I wasn't sure.
Sorry. Okay, so the one on the left is going to attack Atria.
Big shiny lady.
Yes. Let's see.
Well, it's dark, so not that shiny.
Does a 19 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. They do 1d6 plus 2.
Gonna kill a tree
We're all
again.
level 2 now, so this is much less terrible
Yeah.
than it would have been.
Speak for yourself.
Don't jinx it.
Image. Dang. Okay.
Yep. It hits for 8.
Oof.
Okay.
The one in front of you, Atria, goes forward and then slashes you with a scimitar. A 14 does not hit.
No.
Okay. Now, Goblin 3 hits you with an arrow. Well, tries to hit you, Atria, with an arrow. They
No.
do not hit. So no one else hits you.
Tree, how are you looking?
I'm all right.
Okay.
On a
So we're gonna have
scale
a
of
lot
1 to 22, I'm a 14.
Right,
Yeah.
It was me turn, right?
No, it's not. It's
Oh.
Sam's turn.
Sam, do thing.
Sam's character.
Yeah, it was. So, Atria, you're good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm still above half.
Alright. How wide is the tunnel?
Enough for 4 people to walk comfortably beside each other.
So 20 feet
Yeah,
long,
about.
or
Yeah.
wide.
Yep.
Alright. This way then. Going for this dude.
So
Goblin
you're going for Goblin number 3.
Yep, gonna do crossbow. Ooh,
Nice.
Well, a 22
hits.
definitely hits it.
And then some.
it hits good.
It hit good. So you do 5 damage.
Yes.
Demo.
Demogio.
Okay,
Cool.
it is still alive. Okay, now is that all
I
you
don't
can
think I
do your turn?
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Then it is Atria's turn.
I will swing my Nodachi at the one directly in front of me.
Okay, that's Goblin number 2.
Nope.
Yeah, you
Rolls
miss.
You got an 8.
Well, they are kind of short, so you just didn't. You're really tall. You just didn't think about it.
I would have
You
cut
just get-
that in half if it was at eye level.
Yes.
You just gave him a nice trim.
Yep. So after Tria's turn, now it is Zach's turn.
All right. All right. So Zach's gonna go. Hey, Tria, bye, Tria. Right here. Oops,
So
all right.
you go. So Zach goes in front of Goblin number 3.
Where I can. I'm also threatening Goblin number 2, I believe, right?
Is that the
Yeah.
one you're hitting first?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hitting
Okay.
Goblin number 2 first.
Okay.
I'm hitting him
Sorry.
with my trusty chain, but that, of course, is wrapped around my fist. But that's the idea of my trusty chain. Oh, does a 9
Wow.
hit him?
A 9 does not hit.
Well, let's try again with these short little buggers.
Use your feet.
Use my feet. Yep, I used my feet. 23.
23 definitely hits.
All right, but that was my unarmored, so that one's gonna be a little less strong.
And just to clarify, which one was the unarmored against?
Same dude.
Number 2.
Okay.
But isn't number 2 the one that a tree is facing?
Yes,
Yes.
So you do 6 damage to number 2, correct?
correct.
It is still alive.
All right, that is my turn.
I thought you could attack 3 times.
I can if I spend a key point, but I've only got 2 of those. Now does
Oh,
not
okay.
feel like the time.
Now is not the time.
Yeah.
Okay, now it is Orpheus's turn.
Okay. I'm opening the slot or the section of my armor that covers my mark, and my mark has now changed. The singular line that was going up towards my neck has now halved in length, and another line sprang up from it, and they're both lines are the same length. And a magic missile bursts from it. I'm aiming one each at goblins 1, 2, and 3. Let's see. Goblin 1. Let's do Goblin 1 first. 1 is taking a D4 plus 1. Goblin 1's taking 3 damage.
Sounds good.
Goblin 2 is taking 3 damage.
He's dead.
Cool.
Quiet.
And Goblin 3 is taking 4 damage.
He's
Ooh.
dead.
Moving on up in the world. There we go.
All right.
There is only one left.
Hooray,
For now.
not focus fire.
And now...
And now I'm going to use my movement action to move this way, I think, so that I have a clear shot to the third one.
So you move in front of Roxanne.
Do I need to do that? I guess I can move like this way, right?
Okay, so...
Or this way. That's a clearer shot, and it won't obstruct anyone else's shot.
Okay. So Orpheus moves a little ways
Right
from
there.
Atria.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
Now it is Roxanne's turn.
All right, I'm gonna hit it with my crossbow.
Or try to at least.
Yeah.
You hit it.
A 27 definitely hits it.
I was gonna say, does it?
Is it supposed to have +8?
She's a range. She shook the range thing, so she's a static +2 to hit now.
Oh, okay.
Whenever she shoots
Yeah,
a
the
ranged
archery
weapon.
fighting style is OP.
Yeah. So now she has to roll real poorly to miss things.
Well, good. At least someone would probably always hit something.
That's why I took it.
Yep.
Okay,
That one
so...
has 3 damage on it.
Yes, it has 3 damage on it. And it is dead.
Yeah,
Just
it
gets
should be dead.
sniped in the
The other
head.
one's for anything to go by.
Woo!
Resume formation.
Protect the healer.
So we can assume safely that goblins have roughly less than 10 hit points.
Cool.
Question: was that in character, Samantha?
No.
So
It
I'm-
wouldn't have been the same tone of voice with you, but they could have
Yeah.
said, okay, let's resume formation.
So I'm going to use my lay on hands feature to give myself back 8 hit points to back to full.
So Atria's back to full health, and you notice that there's not any more scurrying or echoes. So you guys continue down the tunnel.
Perception check.
Okay.
I got
So-
my perception 19. What do I see?
So Atria, you're 19. You see that it looks like there's probably a small battle here because there's some arrows broken, and the tracks are actually broken as well. There's nothing, like, they could no longer put a cart down this way. And there's some rubble to your right of the tunnel. As you had walked for a bit of time, and then you found this, by the way. Like, you didn't just find it. You've walked for a few good minutes and found this like little battle scene with rubble on your right. And then Orpheus, what did you roll for?
I got a 21.
For just perception?
Oh, I figure if one person's doing perception, I'm going to continue with my survival check.
Okay. What is survival actually?
He's still just like looking at tracks, trying to figure out like where goblins might be, like what tracks
Yeah.
are the freshest.
Okay.
stuff.
And now that we've run into goblins,
Okay.
so where did they come from?
Those
Where did they go?
there's so many tracks, it's kind of hard to tell
Okay.
exactly which ones were fresh because the goblins run around here all the time. But you do notice that there is like tracks leading up to the pile of rubble.
All right, investigation on the rebel, I guess.
Yep. And I'll join into that investigation too, because that's a better skill.
Okay, Samantha's 14. Your character doesn't notice anything.
Ah, okay. I got a 10, rolling a 5, so.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to try?
I was going to suggest that only one of you roll and give the other advantage, but too late now.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Does anyone else want to try, though? Other people can still try.
I will fail at it. Yep.
I'll fail at it too. Hold on. Whoops. I do not have a plus 40. Guys, I didn't notice. Wait, why did it roll twice?
Because you didn't roll plus
Yeah,
40
you were
first. You just
fine.
rolled
Yeah.
fine.
Oh,
Do you want
You
to
go
choose your first
16.
one?
yeah, we'll just use my first one.
Okay, at the rubble, you notice the rocks start to move. The rubble start to move.
Okay.
Oh.
Jump
Guys,
back.
I don't think rocks move.
Nope.
I'm jumping back.
Yep.
I'm a ready a punch. I'm a ready in action to punch the first thing that comes out of there.
Even without an initiative and everything, that's fine.
Yeah, you can ready action outside of combat.
Okay, that's
And they're
perfectly
just
fine.
triggered, and so basically it'll go off the second combat starts.
The second combat starts.
And then we can
Got
roll in
you.
it. Kind of like a surprise
That
round.
is assuming, like, how wide is the rubble? Like, is it...
It's tall and wide. Like, it takes up probably about half of your space.
So, like...
So it's about 10 feet long.
okay, if it's 10 feet long, then I can threaten the entirety of it.
Okay.
It would have to be 20
You're
feet long for
threatening
me to
the
not be able
rubble.
to... Yeah,
Is it a
I'm threatening the
rock
rubble.
roll?
Alright,
Where's
so
the
where's
thing?
it at?
Where's
So
the rebel?
the rubble is on your right. The tree
it's
apparently
20
wants to
feet
be
long.
right next to the rubble.
I'll be here so I can still attack.
I will also ready an action to attack.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Say it.
Hi, I'm readying it.
Yep. I'm aiming my crossbow at it.
Me too.
Yeah, I guess I'm ready to.
I'm not.
We're all just like waiting for this.
We're all
What
ready.
I am going to put the caveat is that if whatever comes out of that rubble comes out swinging, then I will fire. I'm gonna wait to see if it's hostile first.
Okay.
And then it's just a cute bunny that jumps out.
Like
I
if
don't
it
know if
comes
the
out
bunnies would be
swinging.
underground. Would not trust it if it was a bunny popping out underground in a cave.
So that is an important distinction that John has just made, because my character doesn't care. But if you ready an attack action for the second something comes out of that rubble, you do not get to pull the punch if it's not hostile.
Oh, then I will not ready.
Same.
I'll follow
Yeah,
John's example there. My character
essentially,
would know
I-
better.
Do you ready?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I made these like if it comes out swinging at Xander or Atria, then I will be firing.
Okay, so only Zach is actually completely ready to...
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
whatever comes out of there, I'm hitting it.
So whatever comes out, Zach's gonna hit it. So, what hops out right in front of Zach is a hobgoblin.
It gets punched hard with my chain.
You laugh if you just kill it as soon as it hops out of rubble.
Well, I can't do two. I can't do my normal 2 attacks because that's a bonus action. But
Yeah.
So it's much
So,
bigger than the goblins.
Attack this thing.
What'd you say, Tyler?
We're all gonna roll
Oh.
once to attack this thing.
does a 10 hit it?
No, it does not.
Crap.
Oh
Does it-
no.
It did not come out where I thought it was going to come out.
You thought it was gonna come out behind you?
Are we rolling initiative?
Yes. So now
Yes.
now we'll be rolling initiative.
No, I'm
So-
rolling my attack.
No,
15.
You can't ready an attack if you were gonna pull your punch.
I was pulling my punch depending on what I saw.
I know, but
I did that.
this is the DM's call. But as far as I know it, you ready your attack on something like when something like if something pops out of there, you can't have conditions like if it's hostile or something.
That makes sense.
Thought that
to
was
me.
the whole point of setting a condition as if the conditions met, you swing.
Yeah.
That's the whole
Oh.
point.
You can state anything as a condition to activate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then go ahead.
All right. So there's a 15 hit. He rolled.
15 does not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh
Now,
no.
since it didn't come out swinging,
I stated hostile, so yeah.
It's
see
obviously
that's
hostile.
the mistake I made with my wording.
Okay.
So now I roll initiative.
Yes.
Ah!
Oh my gosh.
Well, he's going first.
Alrighty
You
then.
poor things.
He was
I
super
mean,
ready.
It's better that be
Yeah.
wasted on an initiative than an attack roll, right?
True.
True,
Yeah.
true.
True.
Yeah.
So yeah, the hobgoblin is first in initiative. Sam.
What's it wielding?
It is wielding a longsword. So when the hobgoblin jumps out of the rubble and lands in front of Zach, it actually faces away, so it doesn't even really know you're there yet.
It thought rocks moved when I punched rocks.
Yeah. So it's gonna actually, with its long sword, try to attack Atria.
Okay. Attack a tree a day. Got it.
You're always in front. If you wasn't in front, you wouldn't have this problem.
It's because they have dark vision and they're more beefy than the rest of us.
Actually, it's reversed.
Are you serious? Rolled a 20 again?
Apparently, it is destined for Tria to die.
Oh my god.
I think Erica has loaded dice.
How could I have
Can't load
loaded
a
dice?
program unless she's suddenly learned how
Yeah,
to
you
hack
can.
the planet.
I do know some
You can load a
coding.
program.
She does know some code.
So
Jeez.
roll your 2d8 plus modifier against me.
Is that 2d8?
It is because the dice are doubled when you crit. You roll the dice
Oh.
for an attack twice.
So wait, so he gets attacked double damage? Is that what you're saying?
No, whatever
No.
the die is, you roll it twice. A longsword is a d8 plus your modifier.
Yes.
Now it's 2d8 plus your modifier. Modifier does not get doubled, but the dice do.
11.
Ow.
As I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Are you
Good thing you
dead?
healed yourself earlier.
Yeah, it's a good thing he was sorry. He'd be
Yeah.
almost dead.
Okay,
Atria, do we need healing?
so a trio takes 11 damage.
Damage.
Yeah,
So-
healing word would probably be good around this time.
Sorry, what'd you say, Tyler? I couldn't hear you.
I'm at half.
Okay.
It
Give me a
is
sec.
now Samantha's character's turn.
Yeah. So healing, yeah?
If you
Yeah
want,
or nay? Give me your opinion. I can
mean-
also just hit it.
I have 4 healing points left, and then I have spell slots if I need more healing.
I don't have that many spell slots.
Then do not use it, because I will tell you there's still a lot more battles to come.
The DM is spoon feeding you knowledge.
Yes.
She has spoken.
I'm trying so Tria doesn't die, but there's more to come, so.
So if I go up to something and I can't, it can attack back if I like just move up and then attack and move back.
Yes.
He'll have an
Mhm.
opportunity attack against you, but it only gets 1 opportunity attack per round.
Question. What's it wearing?
It's chainmail.
Yeah, does it have... Oh, the other question was, does it have a shield?
It says it does.
Because knowing that, I can guess what its AC is. There's chainmail is 16 AC, and shield is +2.
But would your character
How do
know
you-
that?
With a 16 intelligence, being an artificer, yes.
Okay. It's like, as long as your character would know that. So, Samantha's character, your turn.
We're just
We'll
saying
go to him.
Samantha's character because we don't know her name.
Yeah, I don't know her name at the moment, so.
I'm doing Cobalt right now.
But
I'm
you
just
haven't
taking
told
Cobalt.
you haven't told like anyone really that.
No one
yet.
talked to me.
No, I was there for when she swiped the name.
Yeah, but she didn't say it out loud.
Okay.
I still stand by that no one has asked me though. So
I just kind of assumed.
Okay.
Orpheus just kind of assumed that was what was about to happen. I wasn't
I'm
going
gonna
to
do
say
shocking
anything, but I was
grasp.
kind of expecting it.
She can touch him with her little lightning fingers.
So what is she doing? What is he doing? It's a he now.
just say they.
What are they doing?
I'm doing shocking grasp. Hold up, trying.
Yep.
Does an 18 hit?
An 18 hits.
So he takes 1d8 damage. Okay, so it does that, and he can't take reactions until the start of next turn.
Oh yeah, that's how you're able to get away.
So I'm going away now.
Okay. So they do 7 damage.
Actually, I'm backing up more.
Shocking.
Right, I
isn't
forgot
it?
about that part of shocking grasp.
No one listens to me when I say I have a plan.
She would have went, let me touch it. All right, bye now.
Oh, I have that cantrip too.
I have all or nothing plans, but okay.
Well, that's why I was only going to do it if I had advantage.
So that was your action and your movement.
Okay,
Yep.
so after their turn, it is now Orpheus's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna glance at Koval appreciatively, and I'm going to follow their lead. I'm going to move up just 5 feet towards, and I'm gonna reach out my hand, my left hand, and shock and grasp. So I'll get advantage. Yeah, that misses.
Yeah.
13.
Thankfully,
He still doesn't have reactions.
yeah,
So,
yeah. So, yep. So I'm gonna just back up a little more.
Now, after Orpheus, it is Roxanne.
I don't think that I can hit it from where I'm at without
Yeah,
going through. Can I? Without going through a trio?
Yeah, the corner of your space can see the corner of his space.
Okay. Then I will stay where I'm at, and I will roll to attack. Does a 22
Man.
hit?
Roxanne, you and your above 20s. Yes.
Yeah.
Hard to miss.
Only when I'm not rolling for initiative. Okay.
Yeah.
Which one?
As a ranger, she got that at level 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that made a world of difference, it
Yeah.
seems.
That's why I picked it.
At level 2, +2 to hit is significant.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's minimum damage.
So you do. So Roxanne does 5 damage. It is dead.
Wait, what?
Yay!
Oh, right. They kept shocking it.
Yeah,
I forgot.
hobgoblins usually have high AC, but, like, low hit points. Like
Oh.
goblins do.
That's
Goblins
why
Guys, I
and
did
hobgoblins
stuff.
follow that trend. High AC, low hit points.
Are y'all proud of me?
Yes.
Yeah, that was great.
Yay!
You touched it real good.
You touched it real good.
Oh,
Weirdo.
no.
Now, you made it weird.
It was electrifying.
Okay.
Shocking, isn't it?
Okay, so
I'm going to use the last little bit of my free healing to get myself back up to 15.
back up to 15.
Okay, so I have no lay on hands and no healing hand.
So after the run-in with the hobgoblin, you guys keep moving forward. There's a couple tunnels you hit, but there has been cave-ins, so you can't go that way. You eventually keep going, and you get into a large, deep cavern. It's much bigger than the first one you would come into, and you see that the tracks keep going, and about a foot or two away from the tracks, there's a steep drop, and it drops extremely far down to where you could die if you fell down there. So do not fall.
Don't do that.
Some
Much
track,
visions in the front.
some of the tracks turn off and go to the left into the cavern, and they're like supported by wooden columns. But you can tell on over that there's a large gap to where an accident had happened, so the tracks are no longer connected. And there is light coming from the ceiling where some parts of the ceiling had fallen through. So there's a little bit of light in here.
What do I
Michael.
want to do? Sorry.
I'm gonna go peek over the edge and see what I can see.
You basically just see darkness under there. It's a really deep cavern.
I'm going to take 1 copper coin, cast light on it, and drop it down the cavern.
You sure you want to do that?
I want to know what's down there. I don't know if it's a good idea though.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
backing
no.
up.
So, as Atria drops a coin down there with light, when it gets to a certain spot, you see a lot. By when I mean a lot, I mean a whole army of goblins down there. And now,
No, out of here.
and now, with a coin lit, they all wake up.
When the
Okay,
DM
so
asks, "Are you sure?" the answer is no.
So let's just go this way. Blow up the cave.
Quickly, can I make an investigation check with my light on sort of like the supports of the cavern?
Oh, good idea.
Seeing if they're all awake, like if we can't kill them all individually, maybe we can kill them all with a full-scale collapse of the mine. I'm just kind of looking for information. I'm not going to commit to doing it yet. I just want to see if at any point we needed to collapse the mine. Are there any sort of key supports in this big cavernous room that we could use to do it?
But that's
So
part
now-
of the whole thing, right? The investigation
Yeah,
is
just-
part of the whole thing, Xander.
Yeah, that would be.
Okay,
one
so
deal.
this is a, what is it called?
We're doing a skill challenge.
Yes.
If you guys know what that is.
Yep.
I do not.
So
I
explain skill
All right.
challenge.
So they were originally in 4th edition, but they are very easy to transfer over to 5th edition. So we were all going to roll initiative as if it were combat. The things John said he would do would be the skill checks he is going to make on his initiative turn. And each time it comes around to your turn, you will pick one of your skills, preferably one of the high ones, make a check of that skill to do an action. The narrative of what the action is you get to decide that. And then Erica has a DC, a static DC that we have to beat. So, and then once you've used a skill, that skill is locked for your next turn. You are also locked out of the skill that was used before you. So if I roll stealth to sneak, next turn I cannot use stealth, and if Brittany's right behind me, she can also not use stealth. Does that make sense?
Does it matter? Does it matter if it like applies situation? Like, could I use deception or something like that?
It has to make sense. And Erica will tell you, like, you tell her what you want to do with the skill, and she'll be like, sure. Like, if I say I want to use stealth to try to hide on this behind this rock while goblins go past, she'll be like, yeah. If Atria says I want to use, I know Streetwise isn't a thing anymore, but I want to use Streetwise to break dance and mesmerize the goblins. No, doesn't work.
It'd be performance. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be performance.
It's performance in 5th edition.
I have. So, is there anything on the other side of the cavern? Is like there another way
There is
for
another
them
tunnel.
to get out?
Well, that's there's a way for there's a way for both of you. Like, you are when you entered in this tunnel, but on the other end where you to your right, the tracks that keep going to the right next to the wall, there is another tunnel at the end of that track. At the end of the cavern.
All right. So
You
we
would just
will.
have to cross a gap.
And that is really the only way you guys can go because all the other passages have been blocked. So to keep going forward.
So is our goal for the skill challenge to just get away from these goblins?
Yes.
Okay. Because I don't think killing them all is an option.
No. Your skill challenge is to get away from this horde of goblins.
Yeah.
I have a question. Would it be awkward or odd for me to transform into a goblin and just walk?
Boy, that sounds like a deception check if I've ever heard one.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so let's roll initiative for the skill challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone
He
roll
said,
initiative.
"Why?"
What is our fail/save? Like, how many do we need to win and how many do we need to fail?
You need to fail 4 and win 6.
6? All right.
Ooh, quite difficult, I guess.
The standard is actually 4 to 8. That's actually...
Yeah. So
Okay.
making it a tiny bit easier. So first up is Zach. As you see these horde of goblins open their eyes and start to nimble their way to you up the side of the steep cliff.
Oh,
All right. Who's after me?
After
Initiative.
you,
Me.
yes, it's you, then John.
Okay. Then I'm gonna, as they come up, so this is all like just a bit like we go around this way. They're all down here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna say is some of them like were really close to top and they were trying to like get up to us. I'm going to do acrobatics to literally do like little like jumps on their heads to knock them down as I run across.
Okay, but if you feel you could die.
I mean,
all or
Please
nothing
don't.
tonight.
I love all or nothings. Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no, do you have a
I don't know
backup?
if I'm gonna heal you if you fail.
Crap!
Oh.
Oh my god!
Oh
It was so close to a 17.
Why would you even consider that?
Oh my gosh.
It does no one any good for someone to die this early.
I
don't.
know.
I don't think I'll actually die. I'll probably just like I slip and like I'm in a
Okay,
bad spot
so-
now because I caught
That
myself.
kind of attitude invites death.
There's a
So
way around this, guys. Very simple. Each round is 6 seconds, meaning we have 1 round to actually save him before he actually falls.
Yeah. So
but
now
that's a fail. So that's one of the fails.
that is a fail.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
9 fails. I rolled a 3.
Aren't you over here with me on the cliff edge or off the edge now?
Yeah.
So Zach goes to run across the goblins' heads, and he trips on one of their faces.
They're ugly little faces.
But
Okay.
you do have a 9, so luckily you grab the edge
ledge.
of the ledge. Yes.
Just sitting. I was like, hey guys, we climbing this?
You can.
Okay,
you
who
can
has
pull
strength?
yourself back up.
The person last in the initiative.
I think he can pull himself up. I don't think that would be a...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like.
It can be part of like if you want to make it narratively part of how you succeed to like get me up, that's fine. But
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Whoever has the highest strength.
but it's not
should be
imperative.
Probably yours.
I'm going to do that because that counts as one of my successes, and I have a +5 in it.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd
So-
be an athletics check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now it's John's turn, or Orpheus's turn.
Yeah. And I was gonna do my investigation check to see if we could collapse any. I know I don't really want to collapse the entire mine, but I'm kind of looking at the ceiling, see if there's anything any parts, like any stalactites that seem like I could shoot them and they could fall and hit goblins, or B, any support beams that would collapse parts of the tunnel but not all the entire mine. I'm also kind of moving, just kind of surveying. 13.
Yes. You succeed.
Okay, 13.
Okay, good.
And you notice like there's some stalactites that you could probably make fall on them, but it's not going to do too much. But you also notice that there is a wooden archway over the tunnel at the other end where you guys were heading that you probably could collapse the rocks above it.
And would it make sense to collapse those after we have crossed that gap?
I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like cut off the pursuit route.
Yeah.
And I have maps, so there's most definitely another way out of the mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could also notice that you could collapse the rest of the other tracks, but that could cause more damage than you want.
So this big line
Mhm.
that you drew at the top is where I could collapse to cut them off.
Yes. If you did decide to do this one on the left, the train tracks that go off to the left that already has a gap, if you did the whole thing, you could collapse to where you guys would not be able to get over to the other side.
Yeah, but we need to get over to the other side.
So you probably don't want to do that.
So get over to the other side and then collapse it.
Yeah. Collapse the archway. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, just wanted to make sure. All right, that's okay. So we've got one success, one failure.
Woo! Now it is Sam's turn.
all right, so they're in a deep pit, yeah?
Yes.
So if I stay close to the walls, they shouldn't be able to see me.
I thought you wanted to
Because
turn
of
into
the
a goblin.
angle. Huh?
I thought you wanted to turn
Yeah.
into a goblin. Okay.
I am going to turn into a goblin.
Okay. Then yeah.
Turn
that's
into a
fine.
goblin, but also I'm going to stay close to the walls. And if one of y'all starts running, I'm going to pretend to chase you.
That sounds good. But you may want to have something that differentiates you from the other goblins because they could not recognize you, and then John could make the thing collapse before you get out with them.
I have the crystal around my robe still, so
Okay.
I just look
Yeah.
for that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So roll.
Turn into a goblin. It should be deception. Oh wait, they're not hobgoblins. I don't know if I can transform into them since they're not the same size.
Oh,
Well,
no.
you could turn into a
can transform
I'm gonna
hobgoblin.
be a
into
hobgoblin.
Yeah, you could turn into a hobgoblin because then
I'm being a hobgoblin.
they would still think that you are one of them.
Yeah.
It would be fine.
Hobgoblins are usually the bosses.
The 23.
All right.
A 23 definitely is good. Let's see. After Sam, it is Roxanne.
So I know I want to use
Acrobatics.
I'm trying to make sure. Yes, acrobatics. That's what I want to use. But I'm trying to figure out because I don't want to just. I know I could use it as there's obviously there's rubble, so I'm trying to run ahead or whatever. And I use it to judge, but I don't want to just leave Zach in case a tree is not able to pull him up. So I can't think. How can I use acrobatics to also try to help him?
You cannot. That would 100% be athletics, unfortunately.
Yep.
And I don't want to use that because Tree has probably got it better than me.
Oh, sure.
Do you have rope?
Do I have what?
Rope?
That comes in an explorer's kit, right?
It does. Do you have sleight of hand?
I have a +4 in sleight of hand, but I have a +6 in acrobatics.
Well, I'm thinking you can tie a rope, throw it over to him in case I can't get him. He can then grab the rope and climb himself up.
Yeah.
Okay.
If nothing else, that if you succeed in the sleight of hand, it would maybe give him an advantage in his athletics.
Would I get advantage?
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
then I guess I'll do
+4.
that then.
Does a 12 succeed?
A 12 succeeds.
Oh,
All right. Got 3 successes, 1 failure. Now, is the advantage for Zach for his turn? Like if a Tria fails?
Or would a tree also have advantage?
I guess if he grabbed onto it, then
Yeah, I guess
the
tree
trio
would
would
just
have
grab the
advantage.
rope.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, a trio, you have advantage.
Okay. Is it actually my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to grab Zach and try to basically light toss, like to be a good way to phrase it, him back over the cliff behind me. I'm not trying to throw him, just kind of forcefully getting him up because we're in a hurry.
Yanking me up there.
Yep. And that is a 25, nat 20.
Well then. I go flying.
But
to the ceiling.
and I'm gonna say you still have advantage because he has a nat 20.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you
Okay, I was going to say it is
So
a nat
that
20.
advantage transfers over to his next
Yep.
check.
since you got a 20, then it goes over, and now Zach has advantage on his next roll, which is Zach's turn.
All right, sweet. So as he yanks me, I go flying so far. I'm like, well, while I'm up here, and then as I land, I want to like land like kind of a flourish.
Wait. What did you say, Tyler?
I was actually going to move after I threw him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. I want to kind of like land in like a flourish, like kick up a lot of dust and stuff, and then use stealth to just kind of disappear.
How are you disappearing?
Just hide behind rocks and other
Pick
people
up
and
a
stuff.
bunch of dust.
Yeah, I'm kicking up a bunch of dust
Okay.
to kind of like
I
make a
was
split
like,
screen.
did you just turn into nothing?
And then I'm like trying to hide behind like rocks, rubbles, and
Okay,
stuff.
so
as I
rocks,
move.
rubbles, and dust.
Rocks, rubbles, and dust. Oh my. We'll take the 23.
Thank God.
Yeah.
So yes, your 23 succeeds.
Just absolutely. Where'd he go?
You did make a great dust cloud. And where are you? Like, who are you close to?
So I'd say probably the toss landed me here. So next to Atria.
Okay.
Do you want me to try to convince the goblins that we need to evacuate and leave this place?
They're not going to listen to you.
And flood into the town?
They're stupid. They're just trying to attack intruders.
I know, but I'm a
Multiple
hobgoblin
ways.
right now.
I mean, you could try, but you would have to like.
You might convince some of them.
Yeah, you convince some of them to stop, but then they'd be like, and they just keep going.
You could buy
Okay.
us time doing something.
Yeah,
like
you could buy time. So
Okay, I'll try to do
you
that.
could say that you want to try to distract them and try to give them orders to buy time.
All right, it's not
Um,
my turn yet, I don't believe though.
No, it is Orpheus's turn.
All right.
And which one did you just use?
Stealth.
Stealth, so he cannot use stealth.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm locked out of my own investigation because that's what I used last turn. In that case, I guess I would use Arcana check for something. But first, I guess I'll move.
So your Arcana check here could be as we all run through to collapse that tunnel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did we have enough movement speed to get there?
That doesn't matter. This is
If
all
it-
this is all narrative.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's all narrative.
It's all, but that's only if it's a success. If it's
Yes.
a failure, then would you be all right with if it's a failure that the Arcana is a different thing?
Well, we'll just if it's a failure, we'll just say
We'll just say like nothing happened.
Yeah, like-
and then
like-
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, that's fair. I just don't want to be responsible for killing the party.
you're fine. The only way we might die is if we fail this.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Orpheus
Here's
accidentally
giving-
blows a hole through the roof of the cave.
So Orpheus gets a nat 20.
So yeah. So what I do is I conjure a ball of fire in my hand, the firebolt cantrip. I launch it as we're going through the tunnel. I launch it at the supporting, columns, the pillars, and the scaffolding, and the fire spreads and it's collapsing that part. It's a little more combustible than normal, so there's some explosions dislodging some stalactites and which impale some of the goblins. The collapsing stone buries some goblins too. So I made a large dent in their forces as we cut them off and we escape.
Well, that went well.
And we hope there's another way out.
Oh, there is, most assuredly.
Yeah, don't worry, there is.
Just trust Mr. Matman.
Every engineer builds in redundancies, including to entrances and exits.
Back in formation. Oh wait, I'm still a hobgoblin.
So Samantha,
Oh yeah, it's that.
do you want to say that you're no longer a hobgoblin?
No, I'm still a hobgoblin.
Okay, so you still want to be a hobgoblin.
I'm gonna be a hobgoblin if like we run into anything else, I'll try to say they're my prisoners or whatever.
Okay.
These are my fully armed, unshackled prisoners.
Just put your hands behind your back and pretend you're shackled then.
So you guys make it to and through the tunnel, and it's collapsed behind you, so the goblins cannot get to you. You hear them screeching though on the other side, and because of all this noise, you hear noise coming from the other side coming at you.
I don't think stealth's an option here.
Nope.
Are we rolling initiative?
So it's a hobgoblin and 2 goblins. And they're all going to be in the same initiative. How do I roll for initiative when they have different?
I would
Pluses.
say hobgoblin gets initiative and 2 goblins get initiative.
Oh, okay. So they have 2 different initiatives.
I would
Okay,
separate their initiatives.
that sounds good.
Do we want to fight them, or you want me to try to convince them not to fight?
You can, but since the hobgoblin's with him, he's a lot smarter than the other goblins. You'd have to roll for.
Yeah, you could try to deceive them, and then we could get a surprise round.
I'm gonna try to deceive them.
Okay.
So do you want me to go ahead and do that, or
Yes, go ahead and.
would it be
What
deception or persuasion?
It'd be deception.
What would they have to get?
They would roll an insight.
No, what would she? Oh, they roll.
Yeah, it would be an opposed roll.
Are they trying to figure out what my
They don't
appearance
have
is,
insight. Like,
or
what's insight?
if I'm real, basically,
If they don't have a modifier, that'd be wisdom.
or if
Well,
they trying to
just to
protect
see
me?
if-
I guess.
I guess they'll just
That-
see if something's up.
If they believe you or if they think you're lying.
Yeah.
Well, basically, as soon as you perplex them, we'll have to attack them immediately because this won't last for long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm asking is, am I deceiving them with my appearance or with my words?
You are deceiving them with deception. The manner of which that you're doing that with does not matter. They're both
Yes, it does,
deception.
because it matters for my change appearance.
Oh,
If they're
for
trying to
this-
figure out my ruse, then I have advantage.
It is, you are disguised. You are using a disguise to deceive them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have advantage.
Yes. Sure.
Well,
Hey, baby!
there's
Yeah.
a nat 20 there. 26.
At first, they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, you have prisoners."
And then as soon as they realize she doesn't speak goblin, we're attacking them.
Yeah. And you said so. The first round, they just don't get anything.
Yep, I'm rereading right now just to be sure.
Okay, so first up, anyway, is Zach.
Okay, I was checking. So we don't get advantage on our attacks. That's what I was curious
So
about.
you don't get advantage. You just
No.
get. They just lose their turn.
They just basically lose their turn.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna go. They're in a triangle formation, and I'm now in the center of their triangle.
So you go into the middle of the triangle. Oh wait, no, you go.
I'll go just behind the triangle. Basically,
Okay.
I want to be like facing the 2 smaller goblins.
So Zach goes completely behind
Yeah.
the enemy.
I just basically do a full flip over the main dude and just end up behind all of them.
Or you
Right.
can just go behind them.
So I'm gonna hit. Don't brag on my flips. All right, I'm gonna hit this dude first. I think that's goblin number 1
Yes, goblin number 1 will be hit.
with my chain issue
So a 23 does hit.
for max damage, 12 damage.
It's dead.
Just
It-
backhand his head, and his head kind of comes off. And
That's
then
piercing. Get to roll again.
Have you
catch
seen-
myself, and then with like how far I am, just use all that like range with momentum just to come with a full straight to the other one's head, the other goblin.
Bonus
Have you
action.
seen?
So a 25 does hit.
8 damage.
It is dead.
just
I imagine
wham,
flip
wham.
over and punch your hip fists through both of their heads simultaneously.
Yeah, just land there, double fist, wham. And then I look at the other dude, like, I don't know if you speak my language, but you're screwed.
So it is Roxanne's turn.
And I'm not gonna jinx myself before I roll. I'm going to attack.
Are you not
Does that
moving? They can still see him clearly, right?
She can't
Okay.
see him. If Tyler moves, it might become a bit of an issue.
So you're attacking the hobgoblin. 16 does not hit.
Oh no!
Chainmail and a shield is that shield. If it weren't for that shield,
So
Do they have reactions in Spice Round? I don't remember.
No.
only when their turn is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before their
Okay.
turn, they do not.
so it would now be the hobgoblin's turn, but he
He does nothing.
did not realize what was happening for a second.
Yeah.
So now it is Atria's turn.
Now the hobgoblin has reaction.
I will move up here. That way I'm not blocking anybody from shooting. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and make an attack. No!
Nat 1.
Yeah.
Virtual dice.
Oof.
She gets her sword stuck in the ground. So
Okay.
because Atria gets a nat 1, she gets her sword stuck in the ground.
What does this mechanically do?
Would
Nothing
that
right
be
now.
a strength check to pull it back out? And
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Like right now, it does nothing. Like if the hobgoblin ever gets to attack you, then they'll have advantage.
Oh, okay.
but they don't.
So basically, it's like she reckless attacked and missed.
Yes. After Tria, it is Orpheus's turn.
Okay. If I move here, that won't like cut anyone's shot off, right?
I don't think so.
Is that a no?
It does not.
Nope.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a shocking grasp thing.
Let me touch you.
You know,
Oh.
just gonna try. I get advantage on the attack roll.
There's a lot of
Because
touching going
Metal
on.
armor. Nat 20, so that means I
Double
get
dice.
That means you hit.
yeah,
She
double
sure
dice.
did.
Okay. That's D8. 2d8 lightning damage.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I don't get my stat bonus for damage for shocking grasp. 11 damage.
He does.
They all got one shot.
So I just Orpheus weaves in, just puts his left hand on, grasps the chains near his heart and just exclaims "Fry!" and electrocutes him, and just for a bit of gruesomeness, his eyeballs pop and he falls,
So we're playing Mortal Kombat now.
smoldering.
Finish him.
You put your fist through their goblin's head, so I figure I'll do a
Yeah.
Raiden fatality.
We're all doing finishers.
All right, I guess my new tactic is just going to be deception. So I'm just going to stay as a hobgoblin for the rest of this.
You're
There
good
we
at
go.
it.
That was actually quite effective.
Yeah.
All right, back in formation.
After you guys destroy those goblins and hobgoblin, you head off through the tunnels again, and since you have maps, you basically know where you're going.
I'm also sort of have a separate piece of paper tracing a smaller but more complete map instead of the pieces parts I got from the guy as we're going.
So you guys come up to a crossroads that's not on the map. There's 2 new tunnels, because normally there wasn't any other tunnels at this spot. There was only originally a straightforward tunnel, but now there is 2 new tunnels, one on the left and one on the right.
All right.
Suggestions?
Perception.
Survival.
Yeah.
Okay,
Instruction
everyone make their rolls.
Yeah, my survival's a 5.
Do
Yeah.
survival.
She should do survival, I'll do investigation.
I'll help her do survival.
Okay. So that means I roll 2.
I'll help
Yeah.
John do
Where-
investigation then.
Where are you
Okay.
all located in this area? Are you all directly in the center of the crossroads, or are you still in the tunnel that you have come from?
Let's stay in the tunnel we came from and not.
Well,
as
if we're
directly
going to
as-
investigate, we have to go into the crossroads. We can't investigate from a distance and be like, I think over there there's some foot. No, you have to get
At
close.
most, we have to...
like here though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not like in the
Yeah.
middle. Okay, Atria.
In the middle. Look at me.
Roxanne doesn't really notice much, just the normal.
Lots of foot traffic.
Yeah, lots of foot traffic. Still, there's some like rusted armor and like a couple broken arrows. Nothing too noteworthy.
Do I see any tripwires since I know to look for them?
You are rolling survival.
So that
no.
one, okay.
That would be investigation. That would
Oh.
be mine.
Yeah, Orpheus notices that there's no tripwires, but the 2 that are not on the map, one looks newer than the other one. Like the one on the right looks much newer, but the one on the left looks not as old as the one right ahead of you, but it doesn't look like too new.
I think we should go to the newest one because that'd be like where
Yeah.
Well-
we're heading.
So while Orpheus is inspecting the tunnels, you guys feel a tremor, and there is a cave-in. Everyone roll for what would be.
Is this like a one thing, or are we doing another skill challenge?
It's not a skill challenge. It's one
Oh,
shot.
that'd probably be dexterity save to not get crushed by rocks, to like avoid them.
Okay, to dodge them.
Yay. Dex says I love them so much.
Don't you know?
These dice hate me.
What am I gonna
Oh
do?
my
I got a nat
goodness.
20.
Oh my god.
Nice.
So
Can that nat 20 make up for one other person's failure?
Yeah.
I mean, that's up to Erica.
Um,
Normally, no.
no, it doesn't.
Oh.
Yeah, no, these dice, I hate these virtual
If
decks.
she was
but-
right next to him, then I
like
would
if
say
I fail
yes.
and she has a crit, could
Yes.
she make up for my failure?
But because Atria is on the other side, like they are nowhere close to each other.
They're like 15 feet apart.
Yeah, then it doesn't help. But if she was like right beside her, it would have helped.
So if it's me or maybe Roxanne.
Yes.
Or Jason.
Yes.
So if me or Roxanne fail, then her crit makes up for it.
Yes.
Cool.
But only one.
Yes.
So don't both of
Only
you fail.
one. Only one of us. Not if both
Well,
of
if
us.
there's another crit.
Can I help Atria?
Thank God.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
She can help Atria.
Okay.
Got
So
it. Or Zach, in fact.
Or-
Next to Zach, too.
Well, Zach didn't get
did
a
you
crit.
already go, Orpheus?
No, I haven't rolled
Okay.
mine yet.
Okay.
You're
Roll
the only
yours.
one that has.
Still looking
And
at
I'll
it.
tell you guys what happened.
Dex is one of the ones I'm not proficient at.
I'm proficient in it.
I am not. I'm just proud of myself.
10.
Okay.
So
I'm
pretty
helping.
sure that failed.
So what happens is it comes down extremely suddenly. And as the rocks fall, Roxanne notices that Atria is going to get murdered by a huge boulder. So she pushes Atria into the left one, into the left
Oh, no.
tunnel. Zach flips into the left
Goodbye,
tunnel.
Atria.
Zach flips into the left tunnel because that was the only one that was the one that was closest to him. However, the rest of you end up going to the right tunnel. And now you're cut off from each other.
Ugh.
Because that was the closest tunnel to
Spreading
you
the
guys.
party.
Wait, okay, so I shove her, but I don't go that
Yes.
direction.
You
if
you
shove
shove
her.
someone, your momentum is now going the other way.
Yeah, you
Oh,
shove her.
okay.
You shove Atria to the left, and with the momentum that gives you, you head to the right.
I've now saved Atria's life twice. Just putting that out there.
Okay.
And now there is rubble between you guys, so you cannot get back to each other. We're going to call it there for today's episode, where our adventurers are separated. Join us next time to see if they can find each other again. Find out if Zach and Atria can cooperate to find the others. And see if our other 3 adventurers will be able to survive without their tanks. Come find out in our next episode, and thanks for listening.